Hey everybody, this is Jim Grzanzio from the Oracle Groundbreakers team. We're back for some more interviews here to support the Oracle Groundbreakers India Yatra, which is taking place this week and next week. And of course, it ran last week as well. This is a long 3-week conference that the Indian community is putting on. And right now, I have one of the speakers here today, Krishnakumar Kunka. Krishnakumar, welcome. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Jim. Nice to be here.
Good. Did I pronounce your name okay?
Yeah, that's fine. You can call
Good.
me as KK also.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually going to default to KK at this point, but I think I did okay on that. So you're participating in this conference as a speaker, and you're based in Bangalore, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So before we get started talking about your actual talk, the subject that you're going to be talking about, can you give me, this is the first time that we've met, right? Can you give me and the people who are listening just a little bit of background on who you are and what you do?
Okay. So myself, Krishnakumar. So I have been in the IT industry for almost 16 years now, and I have been with Oracle for the past 10 years. So basically, I am part of a solution engineering team in Oracle. So I interact with the customers for their OCI infra issues, their setup, configuration, and whatever the challenges they go through. And I stay behind the on-field sales team. The sales guys do the marketing stuff, and we as a technical team, we help the customers to get the sizing and as well as to prepare the TC4 for their environment for the cloud. So this is my the primary priority job, and beyond that, I used to join the communities. I have been part of AIOEG. I have taken some sessions in the past, and I have been part of Sangam, and I have given session in Open World also. Also, I love to share my knowledge with others in whatever possible ways, and I have been co-author for the 2 books. One book talking about Oracle database upgrade and migration methods. Another book is talking about the high availability. So that is my short profile.
Sure. That seems very impressive. Writing books, contributing to the community, doing sales engineering, that's a lot. That's very impressive. I do want to follow up with some of those things. And when we actually talk about the community, because you mentioned, Sangam in there as well. But let's talk about what you're going to be talking about. I have here in my notes, Oracle OCI Gen 2, what's new?
Yes.
So this is the second version of Oracle Cloud?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
so the first version, first version is called as OCI Classic, and that is on top of it. It has been built with the traditional hardware and traditional architecture. So then later Oracle has developed with the high-end architecture, that is OCI Gen 2. It is mainly for the real-time workload handling. So the architecture itself completely different, and it also enhanced many things. So the networking part, the security part, it has enhanced a lot of things. So that's why it is called as generation 2.
So this is not just an update. It's a completely new architecture, a completely new system.
Yes, correct. It is completely new.
I see. And how long did it take to develop?
You mean OCI? Gen 2?
Yeah, OCI. Yeah, so Gen 2.
Okay, Oracle had started around 2010. They started developing the cloud environment. So their first generation came up, and many customers had moved that. Then later OCI Gen 2 came after 3-4 years. Then the customer they found it is very effective than being in Gen 1. So many customers are now migrating their environment to Gen 2. And since Gen 1 and Gen 2 are Oracle products, Oracle knows the internal concepts. So what Oracle have done is it has brought in the tools to perform the migration automatically from Gen 1 to Gen 2. It is just when a customer has to provide the details, that configurations, and just single click, it will migrate the full environment to Gen 2.
A single click.
Yes.
From Gen 1, from OCI Classic over to Gen 2.
Yes, correct.
So you're saying that I can even do that?
Yeah, sure. Definitely. We are there to help you.
So what about if I'm a customer and I have a large enterprise and I'm on somebody else's cloud? Because so presumably Gen 2 is substantially improved over OCI Classic. So if I'm a customer and I see all these new features and I really like it, and for whatever my own business reasons are, I want to migrate from another platform entirely. Is that something that you work on?
Yeah, I to support that also. So
Okay.
see, basically the architecture OCI Gen 2 follows is different. Say, for example, if you go the other cloud, they start charging based on the vCPU, that is core. So if I take a physical core in a virtualization environment, each physical core will be split into two virtual cores through multi-threading concepts. So if I buy a CPU hardware in the virtual environment, there will be two vCPUs will be lying on that. Okay, so when the other cloud vendors, they are charging based on the vCPU. Okay, but in Oracle Cloud, the charging is based on OCPU. That is called Oracle CPU, which is equivalent to 2 vCPU. So suppose the customer is on another cloud, they have 16 vCPU and they are paying for their 16 vCPU. When they come to Oracle Cloud, they come to 8 OCPU and their charges become exponentially less, like it becomes 50% less. So that is the main attraction that many customers come to Oracle Compute.
So substantially less cost involved.
Yes, correct.
Is it a complex? Okay, so it's less cost, but is it complex to migrate? Is it hard to do?
It is based on the environment. We don't have the clear-cut rule about how the migration has to process. It's based on the environments we have to drive the strategy. For example, a customer has only the web server and database server. It is easy to migrate. We know what are the challenges. It will be there. It is very easy. But suppose the customer has some complicated environment, say complicating licensing requirement, or they have some dependencies in the environment, so that requires some other application. So it is first we have to analyze, how the environment has been built up, its dependencies. Then we have to see whether the same components we have in our cloud. If not, whether we do have any equivalent power or applications for that. So if that case, it can do. Otherwise, in detail, I can say basically migration happens in 4 ways. First one is rehost. For example, I have application in my environment. I'm going to get the application and database to the cloud. That is rehost. Or I can do the replatform. Replatform means, like, for example, I have database version say 10. When I'm coming to cloud, I'm going to get into the 12. So I'm going to some change in the platform. So that is a replatform. Or the redesign. For example, in the cloud, say in the on-premise or anywhere, I have the security list, I have the firewall. But when I come to the cloud, the security is different. I have to redesign my security based on the Oracle cloud. That is a redesign. Another portion is retire. It means, like, I have an application, but I'm coming to the cloud. I will retire that application. I will move to the native application, whatever the cloud gives. So in 4 ways, basically the migration happens.
So is it all four or any combination of the four? In other words, does everybody have to go through that 4-step sequence, or those are just
It
4 options?
It's 4 options based
Okay.
on the. Sometimes customer may opt
Right.
for 2 or may 3 or 1. Could be.
Right. Okay. Okay. Now, is this? I'm just interested in. Is this something that like you're a single engineer? Is this something that you could do yourself, working with a customer, or do you work as part of a team? Inside of Oracle.
Okay, I work as a team. Actually, basically, a single person cannot handle the kind of engagement, because the engagement has a lot of aspects. Actually, first we have to analyze the customer's goal. Actually, when they come to cloud, we need to understand what goal they have, what expectations they have, and what they want to achieve in future, and whether our cloud can help them out to resolve the whatever this difficulty they face, and whether we can make the customer environment more effective. At the end, it is customer success. My success is nothing but customer success. So I have to ensure the customer has met the success and his journey goes. Being in a sales team, it's not mean like I get into the sign the deal, my job is done. It's not like that. I have to go along with the customer and ensure whatever the customer expected has been received well.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. So, all right. So, I mean, migrating from Classic up to Gen 2, and also migrating from other clouds, and presumably starting fresh with Gen 2, right? So you have all
Yes,
three,
correct.
right? Okay, you mentioned earlier that you've participated in Sangam and
Yes.
Yatra in the past. I've been on the Yatra tour last year, and
Oh,
I was
great.
at Sangam. That's last July, just exactly a
Okay.
year from now, a year
Okay.
ago now
Yeah,
at,
yeah,
at this time. And I was at Sangam in December of 2019.
yeah. Okay.
Um, and so those were fantastic conferences, both of them, two very, very different. Um, and so this, OCI Gen 2, you've been talking about for a while now, right? In terms of
Yeah,
what you present to developers and DBAs.
yeah.
Um, you've been to Sangam and Yatra, and where else have you been presenting this?
I have been with the Yatra Sangam and I have done the Oracle Open World SFO also.
Okay.
Since being the sales team, like it helps me a lot to connect with the DBAs, developers, and also mainly customers. So it helps me to get a good network with the customers and helps me to understand their needs and what challenges they face and their expectation, and I can carry those things to my development team and say this is what the enhancement require at our environment, and this is what the other cloud is having and what we lacking here. So it helps to build the better product.
So, when you're working with customers and you're seeing, when you're going out to conferences as well, you're obviously seeing customers there as well.
Yes, of course.
Um,
Yeah.
are you mostly interacting with developers or DBAs or some combination of both?
It's combination of both actually. So it's an open forum, kind of open forum. We met many people, so we cannot exclusively look for DBAs and developers because both are required for the community to build. So
Right.
randomly, like we interact, I ensure like I meet both of them.
Right. So it sounds like you get a lot of value out of contributing to the community in terms of the knowledge that you give to the community, but you also receive from the
Yes.
community as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to have kind of community like I feel like Oracle is the only having a long time like community for the long time, like they make the people get connected. We have the community in across all the cities in India, so we meet monthly once and to deliver the knowledge, to observe the new things, and also we have the channels like WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, and
Right.
mail groups we have. So we used to discuss not only the Oracle product, and also we discuss about the issues, real-time issues what we face, and we get a lot of knowledge sharing. We get it through that the many times like it saves a lot of time. Basically, I be facing some problem that the other guy would have like met the same problem and found a better solution. When he shares with me, it saves my lot of time, right? I don't need to do the research again, but it's kind of, I can say we are creating a reusable assets there.
Right. Now, usually under normal circumstances, you go to conferences, they're physical, right? You go to
Yes, correct.
Hyderabad or wherever, right? Or
Okay, yeah.
California, and or you going, also I would imagine you'd be at customer sites as well,
Yes.
working directly with customers. And so now we have a situation where you have to do this work virtually, or at least
Yeah.
some of it virtually. Has
Yeah.
that are you still able to do? Are you still able to be effective that way?
Yes, that also helps in another way. The thing is now almost half of the world is connected virtually now. So like we cannot like everyone is connected with the virtually. So uh, it's not that effective as we meet the customer in person. If we can meet in person, we can create a good rapport actually. But when you come to the call, it has some kind of purpose, kind of agenda already built it. So we are going through that particular agenda with a strict timelines. So it's not that effective, I can say. Meeting the customer, seeing his face-to-face interviews, and that helps me a lot. And also that gives us some other network also. We could meet other persons also in the same orgs, and it helps a lot. But in the virtual, kind of challenging, but still it's kind of a different environment. We have to go out of the box and we have to go out of our comfortable zone. So
Right.
this is also good, but at the same time it helps in other ways also. We can connect many people at the same time, so that
Right.
helps a lot. And also uh, we can give some demos, we can give some like whatever the technical inputs we have, we are able to share through our thing, whatever the channels we have. And also as a salesperson, it helps me in other ways. For example, Zoom is a Oracle customer, so many conferences happening on the Zoom. So in my presentation, I can highlight, say we are connected to the Zoom. So Zoom, we know how much the storage they require to record this many conferences, to connect so many people. So I can take an example, and I can start marketing my OCA product using that.
Yeah, it is a double edge, right? And I completely agree. I mean, there are some benefits, being forced to do everything virtually, and but there are real reasons why you want to be in the same physical space as somebody as well. And so I think, once we hopefully in the future, are able to get out again, to have some more physical events, I think that the virtual space will probably continue, more than it has in the past. Just Yatra, I mean, there's an enormous number of speakers, way more than we had last year on
Mm.
Yatra, and so that's a benefit, right? You get
Yeah,
more
that's
knowledge.
also one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's
But it
correct.
was it was it was a heck of a lot more fun traveling from city to city to city last year.
Yes.
Than just
Last year, they increased to 10 cities. Before it was six
right,
cities, I believe, 6 cities. Then they increased to 10 cities based on the
right,
people, locality, and the demand. So this time it's great actually. It used to happen per one day, and with this all set of sessions, sometimes we miss the session also. Means like this, there will be parallel session happening. 4 5 sessions will be happening at the same time slot. If I attend one session, we tend to miss the other sessions. But
right.
in this virtual event, we have only one session at a particular time slot. So we can attend all the time, like whatever they're interested. We won't miss the sessions. That's
Right,
great.
right. Okay, KK. Well, it was great to meet you. It was great to have this conversation. I'm glad you're presenting at the conference, and it's a vitally important topic here. I'm hearing more and more about Gen 2, obviously, and I'm glad that you're having success in India with it. And hopefully next year we'll be down there.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Thanks for your time. It was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. We'll see you later. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.